I remember when I got let go from Maytag, the plant was closing. It was a tough day for Newton. I worked there for 22 years. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do afterwards.
For 113 years, Newton, Iowa was practically a one-company town. Maytag was the main corporation that was noted as having brought a middle class to the town of Newton. In 2007, shortly following Whirlpool's purchase of Maytag, the Newton plant was closed, taking 1,800 jobs out of this town of 15,166 people. It seemed a familiar story of American industrial decline. Another manufacturing town had been brought to its knees. Enter Trinity Structural Towers. Trinity, a company which produces towers for wind energy production, saw the opportunity provided by an available, skilled workforce in the middle of one of America's hardiest wind energy production regions. Trinity now houses a green manufacturing facility in the former Maytag plant.
In Trinity real fashion, they came in here, made it happen in a very short time.
This best practice example shows how a community can rebuild a local economy with investments in clean energy and efficiency. Following Trinity's interest, the region was able to bring in complementary green businesses such as windmill blade manufacturing that created more sector-direct and indirect jobs, services, and materials, thus enabling the generation of a strong sector strategy for becoming one of the strongest wind-producing areas in the nation. Regions across the nation are adjusting to this new reality and the opportunities of wind power and other green industries.
Just like everywhere, farmers and ranchers in Texas have had a tough time for a long time. And if you're out there in West Texas and you're breaking even or barely breaking even, or in most cases not, and you have the opportunity to realize some additional new income by having wind turbines put out there on your pasture land or your crop land, then that can really be the difference between you being able to stay in business or not.
The data on which our recovery and reemployment strategies are based is changing. Historical data isn't going to give us the whole picture for the future. We are moving into a new American age.
The information is much more current than the kind of data we're used to dealing with. It's also helping us to identify emerging trends and occupations. 3 or 4 months ago, we weren't seeing occupations beginning to emerge. Now we're beginning to see it, possibly because of the stimulus package, possibly because everybody is becoming much more aware. But that's a really good example of how we can start using that data and sharing that with our educational institutions, our community-based organizations, and our workforce investment boards.
The choice we face is not between saving our environment and saving our economy. The choice we face is between prosperity and decline. And I'm confident that we can be and will be the benefactors of a brighter future for our children and grandchildren. That can be our legacy. A legacy of vehicles powered by clean, renewable energy traveling past newly opened factories, of industries employing millions of Americans in the work of protecting our planet, of an economy exporting the energy of the future instead of importing the energy of the past, of a nation once again leading the world to meet the challenges of our time.